thoughts on your first year in Brooklyn?
I enjoyed it. It was better than what I thought, when I signed here in July. Like I said, all throughout the season. So, obviously, for me personally, didn't, end how I wanted to, with an injury, especially being healthy throughout the whole year and, getting hurt game one. So, it's a tough one to swallow. But, all in all, I feel like it was a good, fun year.
You said it was better than what you expected. What was your perception when you came in July?
It was just you coming into a team that won, 27 games and, didn't really get any big free agents. So, it wasn't like, we were supposed to, win 42 games. We were supposed to be the 6th seed. So, expectations were a little lower. But, we took it one day at a time. We worked, we grind. We followed, behind our leader and Kenny. And, like I said, we had a successful, fun year.
When you look at what the ingredients that went into the success this year, what stands out to you, and where do you think this team can take it next season?
Who knows about, next season? That has a lot to depend on, with free agency. So I can just really speak on, this year. But, everybody contribute, obviously, some more than others. Spence had a great stretch for us. D'Lo, obviously being an all-star. But, it was really a group effort, a lot of guys, had their moments throughout the year. And like I said, it was a fun year.
What did you see from Jared Allen, the way he kind of progressed in the second year for him?
I've been saying it all year. I believe, highly in J.A. I think that, he should be, borderline all-star, center in the near future. He got some things that he need to work on. And, he just turned 21. I know a lot of y'all give him a hard time, but, I think he's going to have a hell of a career, and being here is definitely going to, help that out a lot.
At the same time,
you mentioned they didn't get the free agents last summer. Do you see, after being here this season, the success that you guys had, that this is could be a free agent destination for the top guys who are testing the market this summer?
It's hard for me to speak on that because I'm not a top guy. I don't really know like what goes through their mind, what they want out of things. So, but I guess guys, like myself, like JD and everybody else probably said, this is a top-notch, organization. They run everything right from top to bottom. They take care of you. They say family and they stand by that. And like JD just said, with the whole performance team, it's detailed. They're not just doing it to do it. It's you see the results and you see why you're doing this and doing that, and not practicing and all those little things. So I appreciate it.
when we see all the veteran influence this year and how important that was, and Kenny talked about how it made a difference this year, what is the vibe you get about, you're a free agent, Damari's a free agent, Jared is. What's the thinking about coming back here and trying to work something out, once you know what the numbers are?
Right. Me personally, I would love to be back. But, y'all know how free agency works. Sean, they're going to go after the top free agents as they should. And then however it goes, if everybody else falls in line, that's just how it works. And, we'll see what happens. But
Do you get any feedback from Kenny? Because, you were the top rebounder this year.
Right.
So does Kenny kind of give you any indication about what he'd like to see?
Yeah, I think that he'll appreciate me coming back. I feel like I definitely was, a positive, on the floor in the locker room and, just the day-to-day stuff. So, but that's one of those things that's not really in his control. That all goes back to, the front office with, Sean, the owners and things like that. Obviously he gives a suggestion, but, the management, they're gonna do things on their own, man.
Ed, when you look back at the season, what moment kind of stands out for you? Whether it's on the court, off the court, just what are you going to remember about this season and this team?
Probably that Toronto game. We were at a low point, and I think, at that point, I said this earlier, a lot of people were calling for Kenny's job. So, I think, that turned our season, and, from there, things just got positive for us, and, that's that little 7-8 game, losing streak, definitely, fueled us to make this late push at the end to get to the 6th seed.
What part did you play in that meeting that they had after that, or before the Toronto game, I should say?
Oh, the film session. I mean, it was more led by JD, but you know, I gave you know my advice and my little things and stuff here and there a little bit. I'm not the loudest, most outspoken guy, so
What did you think of the vibe in Barclays Center this year?
I liked it. You know, it definitely got better and better, throughout the year, but I like it, man, for sure.
What are your thoughts on DAngelo as a leader? There was a lot of questions about him before he got traded here. What are your thoughts on him maturing as a leader?
Right. I mean, before I got here, I just, read about the stuff, heard about, obviously everything that he went through, with the situation with the Lakers or whatnot. But we had the same agent, so, right when I signed, my agent, told me right away, just spend some time with him, try to help him out, whatever, get to know him or whatever. And I did, found out he was a cool dude, and I was like, there's no way that I'm going to let something in the past, change how I look at him or whatever. And this him as a leader, from the day I got here, he came in every day, went to work, never anything selfish, never nothing about him. It was always about the team, on the road, he did everything with us. And, obviously he's a little young now, and he, just starting to become into his own, but, he's definitely going to be a leader because he definitely, a basketball mind, and, he respects the game.